I drank 3 Red Bulls for breakfast. Is that bad?
You're keeping count?
This is a hot dog is a sandwich.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Yeah, I put ice in my cereal, so what?
That makes no sense.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Welcome back to our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, the show we break down the world's biggest food debates. I'm your host, Josh Scherer.
I'm Emily Fleming. I'm subbing in.
You're subbing in, but no, you're not a substitute. Well, if you are, you're like the cool substitute that rolls in.
I am definitely the substitute
hungover.
teacher that pulls out the TV on the wheelie thing.
Yeah, that's how we watched the movie Troy, still one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the movie Troy today, unless you really want us to. Because, listen, Brad Pitt, so he fights. We're going to talk about the movie Troy. Brad Pitt, in one of the opening scenes, he fights a wrestler named Nathan Jones.
Ooh.
It's where he does that cool little sidestep, and then he jumps in the air and kind of gets him in the back.
I guess I've
with the
never
spear.
seen Troll. You should just come on my podcast to talk about Troll.
Okay, yeah, go to Emily's podcast. Plug your podcast.
Free with ads.
We're talking about Troy.
Yeah.
Wait, I would love that.
Yeah, we should do Troll. Is
would-
it Troy or
Troy.
Troll? I thought you said Troll.
No, Troy. It's like the Iliad.
Oh,
with
yeah, I've
Brad
seen
Pitt,
Troy.
Eric Bana, Orlando Bloom,
Oh,
Nathan
that's
Jones, who is the world's
definitely
strongest
free
man.
with ads somewhere.
God, I'm
oh, yeah,
so in.
you're coming on soon.
We're not talking about that today. Unfortunately, we're talking about our energy drink consumption habits. How many, dude? I've legit. Okay, to back up a little bit. I currently have the caffeine shakes, not from energy drinks, from a bunch of coffee that I drank this morning.
Oh, God. Now
So I
you're
skipped
gonna
the gym
do
this morning, and now I'm going to drink this. But I have had a caffeine addiction probably on the better part of 20 years since I was in middle school.
Absolutely.
And that is coincidentally when energy drinks really started hitting the market. I remember seeing energy drinks for the first time in a store. I knew Red Bull kind of existed, but I kind of knew it as like a weird thing that like adults drink. This is in like 2002.
Well, I'm older than you because it was
Yes.
like, I think that, okay, don't sound so.
In
Yes.
your geriatric stage of life, what have you learned?
There wasn't really, I don't think there were energy drinks when I was in high school. It was like Coca-Cola. Like you would just shotgun Cokes.
Were you around for Surge? Surge?
I
the soda?
was, but I never really.
Because that was
went
kind
for
of
it.
like the American attempt initially at energy drinks, because what had happened was Red Bull is an Austrian company, right?
Okay.
And so Red Bull, that's why they have the Flugtag. You ever seen Red Bull's Flugtag? Where they,
No.
It's a German and they like jump
Oh,
weird
the
crafts
sports
into the water.
that they play and stuff when they have the Red Bull challenges.
Yeah,
or
the
whatever.
Flugtag.
Oh, wow.
Ja, ich liebe eine Flugtag.
I love
So-
how you didn't preface it with the Red Bull like sports challenge. You just said Flugtag.
Well, Flugtag is a
And
specific
expected me
thing
to
where
know what it
they're
was.
building very strange crafts, like almost like homemade go-karts.
Yeah.
But they're like launching them into the water, and then they try and like fly.
That's fun. It's
Yeah.
like the boxcar races that
Yeah.
kids used to do.
And so the point is, Red Bull, it's an Austrian company. It was started in 1987, and it's kind of credited as the first energy drink in Europe / like the general West, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets to America in 1997. So depending on how old you are, I'm never going to ask a lady her age.
No, I would have been 11 at that time. I'm 39. I'm getting to I don't like that whole not telling your age thing.
How much do you weigh?
Actually, I don't know now. I
Hey.
think I'm at 180,
How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10", 180. That's good because you got like a good amount of reach, but still have like the strength of people
Yeah,
get
I'm
inside
not.
that you can hit them with body shots.
A gust of wind ain't taking me nowhere.
Right, here's the thing. I'm not part of the body neutrality movement. I'm part of the universal body athleticism movement where I
Yeah.
judge every single person's body based on what sport they could do.
Well, yeah. Also, I will
Maggie
say
hurling.
this. Oh yeah,
Irish hurling.
Okay, I'll take that up.
We
and
got
see.
Irish
hurling?
hurler. It's like
Vomit?
I think it's kind of like field hockey meets football.
Huh.
Yeah,
Why-
they
what-
beat
what
each other
is-
with clubs. Maggie looks like she'd be good with a club.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
yeah.
Maggie does look like she could kick someone's ass. But
yeah.
yeah, no, I wanted to say that I'm like running. So I do interval running, and I'm trying to get down to 3 10-minute miles in a row.
Hell yeah.
I'm at 35 minutes.
That's pretty damn good.
But we're gonna see if I can get down.
That's pretty damn good. So
Thank you.
1997, you would have been how old? 11.
11.
And do you remember seeing Red Bull for the first time?
I don't remember seeing Red Bull for the first time. I do remember the Surge commercials. I do
Yeah.
remember, but I guess I didn't notice that it was supposed to be caffeinated. I thought it was just another soda commercial because it was yellow. It kind of looked like Mountain Dew. And I don't think Mountain Dew is caffeinated, is
No,
it?
Mountain Dew is caffeinated. I'm gonna look up
What?
I don't know how much in each can, but Mountain
Because
Dew.
Sprite is not caffeinated.
Sprite is not caffeinated, but something like 70% of American sodas are already caffeinated.
Okay.
And the interesting thing here is so a can of Mountain Dew, for instance, has 55 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
FDA recommends that you keep under 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. So there's 55
Okay.
milligrams in a Mountain Dew, so you drink 7 of those, which certainly some people do, you're at your FDA limit. A cup of coffee, it's so variable on the amount of caffeine that's actually in it because a blonde roast has more caffeine than a dark roast because heat denatures caffeine.
There's sativa, there's
there's
indica.
Yeah. If you drink an indica, you be into couch, if you know what I'm talking about. But no, if you brew it stronger, right, then it's going to have more caffeine per ounce.
Yeah.
But typically something like 80 to 100 milligrams of caffeine per cup of coffee.
Wow.
So a Mountain Dew is like half a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Mountain Dew's like 5 ounces.
What's a Coke? What's a Coca-Cola? That's got to be more than Mountain Dew, right?
No, less. 34 milligrams of caffeine in a can of Coke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but all of them have, in Coke was originally supposed to be a stimulant drink, right? It was literally cocaine in the cola, and the cola nut actually has natural caffeine. So like this all this exists because humans love caffeine.
Yes. Well, I guess I think that especially in this day and age of late stage capitalism, competition is like a big thing. Everybody wants to be the best that they can be and the most jacked we could possibly be to be like, I'm on the money. I'm doing a good job here. I'm on I'm go kind of thing. And I think that amazing market.
It certainly does. And I think talking about the idea of late stage capitalism, author Michael Pollan, who wrote Omnivore's Dilemma, he's written about a lot of other psychopharmacological things, but he writes about the role of caffeine in capitalism and how it literally, he doesn't think the Industrial Revolution would have happened in the way that it did without the use of caffeine. But even before that, caffeine, so if we trace it all back, every culture has pretty much found a natural stimulant in their environment, whether that's the coca leaf in the Andes, whether it's the betel nut in Central and Northern Africa, I believe.
Of course.
Tea, Camellia sinensis in China is caffeinated.
Oh, yeah, tea.
And then you don't get coffee until some think it was Ethiopia, some think it was Yemen, but they basically share a very thin border with a strait. It's the strait, the body of water that goes between two things. Anyways, so they're very close to each other. But
the wrong one to
coffee
ask for stuff
eventually
like that.
makes its way around the world because the giant European colonial powers were all competing to see who could grow it and where. So the term Java is literally an island in Indonesia, and that's where the Dutch started growing their coffee.
I didn't know that.
And then the Spaniards and the Portuguese started growing their coffee in South America because they had colonial holdings there. So all the great coffee growing powers basically were Western European colonialists trying to figure out where they could grow this kind of stuff. But then that gets exported to Europe. And if you can imagine, Europe didn't have a form of caffeine. Tea only came from China and was more rare at the time. But then when coffee hits Europe and they start building these coffee houses, people are gathering and suddenly they get this jolt of energy and they can think clearly. And they're like, oh my God, this is incredible. And so you have a lot of these Enlightenment thinkers, like Voltaire hosting salons at coffee houses. And apparently, legend has it Voltaire would drink up to 50 cups of coffee a day.
But
and he
were
writes
they
a lot about
little
it.
cups?
Little demi-tosses of coffee.
Little guys. Yeah, little thimbles.
So he wasn't ripping a bunch of Bang energy drinks or whatever.
Everybody's breath smelled crazy.
I bet it was awesome.
No.
Hand-rolled cigarettes and coffee, the French way.
Rough.
But caffeine is a big part of the human story, and somehow this is the story that we're telling in the year of our Lord 2025.
Yep.
And it's kind of a logical end conclusion. These things are all they're have these hyper visible color palettes on them to stand off of shelves. They're making new weird promises, whereas the thing in coffee that really gets you off is caffeine.
Yep.
But then this stuff, it's got pure carnitine, whereas this one only has L-carnitine. It has taurine, which is where Red Bull literally gets its name.
None of these things are real to me. It's like when I'm on TikTok and people are talking about serotonin. I'm like, that's not a thing. I just don't think it is because I feel like I see the biggest idiots talking about it and I'm like, they don't know.
I feel like serotonin is definitely a real thing.
No, it's not. It's just they made it up so they could get us to do stuff.
What do you mean? I think
you get more
selective
serotonin if you buy this and if you do this.
Okay.
And
but there's drugs that help serotonin reuptake, like SSRIs.
Sure, and that's and I'm on those. Thank you so much, science.
I feel like serotonin's a very real thing. If you're
I know,
this.
but if you're on TikTok, it's not. I'm sorry. Anybody who's on TikTok and they're like, "This gives you a real boost to your serotonin." I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
That's a fair point.
I just know you don't.
Well, now seems like a good time to check my Oura Ring daily scores.
What is that?
Well, so I'm checking out my stress levels. For instance, since I drank a ton of coffee this morning, and I can actually check to see how it has affected both my body temperature and my heart rate. And ding, 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 my average resting heart rate is about 54 because I'm a highly tuned athletic machine. But yeah, it did jump up to about 59, which
Okay.
is something that, for me, I don't necessarily think is terrible, but also I do need to know how it affects me throughout the rest of the day. For instance, if I'm drinking a lot of these in the afternoon, you get to that like 3 o'clock post-lunch sleepy time, and I'm like, I have a bunch of work to do. Let's rip an energy drink. But then I'm noticing my sleep scores, and it's like, hey, you're not actually getting deep sleep. You're laying in bed for a while. So I think I might need to start cutting these out in my afternoon.
Okay, I'm gonna see if you can do it. I'm not, confident.
Because that's one of the things I love about Oura. It doesn't just track your steps and your sleep, but it actually gives you this broader picture about, your holistic wellness for your body. It brings together sleep, stress, activity, heart health, metabolic signals, and recovery into a single view of how your body's doing.
Oh my God. Do you think you could let me know when I said something I should apologize for?
Absolutely.
Because I really need that.
So head to ouraring.com/hotdog today to make your health and wellness a daily practice. Thanks to Oura for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. You haven't had any energy drinks today? Well, we have a bunch of energy
Not
drinks.
yet.
We have
I've
a bunch
been
of energy
saving
drinks in front of
myself
us.
for this.
We should try some of these because I want to talk about how much crazy variability there is on the market. Crack one open, but I have
Okay, we'll do the classic first.
Red Bull Zero. So Red Bulls tend to have, I believe, 87 grams of, sorry, I believe Red Bulls have 87 milligrams of caffeine per standard can, which is like, 8.3 ounces? 8.4 ounces. It's 250 milliliters because it says a European company. And so, they literally had to settle a lawsuit because of how little caffeine there was in a Red Bull. So I don't know if you know this, the founder of Red Bull, I'm going to yap for a second. The founder of Red Bull was actually inspired by a Thai energy drink because energy drinks hit the market a lot earlier in Asia. So it's one that's credited for starting. It's called Lipovitan D. And I used to drink.
Very catchy.
I used to rip Lipovitans all the time when I was interning in they used to call it Little Osaka. Now it's called Sawtell Japantown. But I was interning at a burger restaurant there, and their corporate offices, which are just above the burger restaurant. And I used to get paid in burgers. It's not legal anymore.
How
You have
are
to get people
burgers
money.
over there?
They're literally my favorite. It was my favorite burger restaurant in LA. But there was a little Japanese convenience store next to it, and they used to sell Lipovitan. And I love weird energy drinks.
Yeah.
And so I would rip them all the time. But that started in the 60s in Japan. And so, Red Bull, by the time it got here, it's named after taurine, which is what was initially in Lipovitan.
Okay.
Which is kind of it could improve mental acuity. It could do a lot of things, but it's not really scientifically proven in double-blind studies. And so for me, energy drinks are about the caffeine, but this only has about as much caffeine as a standard 5-6 ounce cup of coffee.
Okay.
And so you get to Ghost actually doesn't even have the most, but Celsius and Ghost both have 200 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Oh, God.
But then if you get to
I've been drinking so much Celsius.
Dude,
Oh,
same.
no.
Celsius has really taken over the market, but I remember the rise of Bang Energy.
Oh,
Bang
yeah,
Energy,
I
and then there's a
remember Bang.
competitor called Reign that they have 300 milligrams of caffeine each.
Good Lord.
It's a crazy amount of caffeine. Americans consume caffeine like nobody's business. People talk about I think Finland or Norway consumes most cups of coffee per capita. Their cups of coffee are tiny. A Starbucks Venti Blonde Roast has 420 milligrams of caffeine in it. That is absurd. Americans are obsessed with caffeine.
Is that how much all of those kind of drinks? Because I'm not a Starbucks girly. I don't want sugar. I want to feel something.
Yeah.
And which I guess you feel something from consuming sugar because it's nice and tasty. But are they all like that? Is that how crazy?
No, and I'm glad you asked because people tend to not ask these questions.
Okay.
So espresso, right? Espresso is like a 1.5 ounce little shot
Love
of
an
very
espresso
concentrated
shot.
coffee. Same. An espresso shot probably has around 60 milligrams, again, depending on the strength, depending on the roast.
I said I didn't do the bougie sugary drinks, but that is not true. I got to backtrack. I do a chai tea latte with 2 shots of espresso.
So
it is lit.
So
that is
that
the best.
probably has, no matter how big it is, if there's only 2 shots of espresso, that's only going to have about 100 to 120 milligrams caffeine, whereas a Venti Blonde Roast dripped coffee,
Because it's huge.
it's huge, and it's all coffee. You're drinking a bunch of milk and delicious sweeteners and sugars in that chai latte or whatever, but you're not getting this crazy blast of caffeine.
Yeah. I will say that I'm noticing, so I drink a lot of Celsius, and I started drinking Celsius when we were rehearsing for the tour.
I remember that.
And
I
I was
remember
like-
introducing you to Celsius.
It blew my mind. I was tired because it was just a lot of repetition when we were rehearsing.
Yeah.
and in kind of a cold, big rehearsal space. And I was like getting sleepy and not in the game. And I had one of those and I was like, I've never felt better in my life. Like ever. This feels so good.
There's something
and
about...
I had a second one. And Rhett was like, did you have a second one? I was like, yeah, why? And he goes, do you know how much caffeine is in that? I'm like, no, is that why I feel amazing?
So there's 200 milligrams in a can of Celsius. However, the 200 in Celsius hits like 300 elsewhere. And I don't know what exactly it is.
It hits different. Maybe there's whatever. There's taurine. What are all these made up things?
Yeah, well, so that is actually like the devil being in the details of all the additives are kind of why, right? We're talking about, are we drinking too much energy drinks?
Yeah.
Or are energy drinks really bad for you? There's such an emerging market that have only been around in America for about 20 years that there isn't these long, lifestyle studies associated with it. But there was one initially that the American Heart Association wrote about that showed that people who drink 200 milligrams of caffeine worth of energy drinks experience a much more rapid blood pressure rise and heart rate rise than people who drink the same amount of caffeine in coffee. So there is something different with the...
Oh, well, there's always something in there.
And that can be due to a lot of different factors, right?
Yeah. Do you think that there's something about drinking hot caffeine versus cold?
I can't imagine. I know heat does temper caffeine, but I think it has to do more with the roasting process.
Okay, because I can drink Celsiuses like crazy and still take a nap. But when I drink a cup of coffee, for some reason, I can't. My eyes won't shut, right?
Interesting.
They won't. I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure.
Get to it, science. You heard it. You heard me.
Because my biggest question about are energy drinks bad for you is what makes it different from coffee. And so I've been doing a lot of research about this, and I tend to have I'm a scientist and I could be a doctor one day.
Ooh, hang on. I got to talk about this Celsius.
Do you like it?
I like this flavor. What is this one? Sparkling Fruit Punch Edition, Cosmic Vibe. Ooh,
Cosmic Vibe.
Keep it around, Celsius.
Well, so I think the thing that makes energy drinks potentially more dangerous than something like coffee is your reaction to that.
Yeah.
It's how fun it is.
I'm a sucker.
It's so much more fun. We're all suckers. We're all
marketing
subject to
works
this.
really well on me.
And so there have actually been studies about the amount of hospitalizations due to energy drinks.
Oh yeah, remember what was the coffee shop Panera? Remember that thing?
Exactly.
Did you research that?
I researched it. So
Hell yes,
so
let's do
Panera
it.
had lemonade that had basically the same
and
caffeine.
I never got to have it.
Me neither.
I'm so bummed.
I forgot what exactly they called it, but it wasn't clearly marked how much caffeine was in this lemonade. And you would have people, there's free refills at Panera, who would just be getting refill on
it's because
refill
the
on
free
refill.
refills.
Yes.
Oh no.
So they would sit there. There was one of the women who was hospitalized, I believe, talks about working on her laptop from Panera, and she'd buy this lemonade, and she would just drink 48 ounces of lemonade and consume 600 milligrams of caffeine.
No.
And the reason I think you can consume that much caffeine in this form versus coffee is coffee at the end of the day tastes bad. It tastes good, but it's bitter. Bitterness is your body's response saying this is poison. And caffeine by itself, this is incredibly dangerous. Don't do what my buddy in college did. He bought a thing of pure caffeine powder. And
you can do that.
And he just wanted to save money. He was like, I don't want to brew coffee. I don't want to buy energy drinks. He would put pure caffeine powder in water, and it was so bitter that he couldn't get it down that he started mixing it with ketchup, and he would wake up to a shot of caffeine ketchup.
Disgusting.
Chris, you're a madman.
Is he alive? Have we checked on
Yeah, he's
Chris?
doing great, man.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean, I'll say don't do this also. We talk about, neurodivergency, which I also think is a made-up word that maybe isn't great. But I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, I take a stimulant. I have taken
Yeah.
one for, God, how many decades? How many decades of my life? And you're really not supposed to drink a lot of caffeine when you're on a stimulant. But guess what? Guess who's bulletproof, baby? I don't recommend doing it. If you take a stimulant, try your best to not do the caffeine thing, because it does make it kind of, I think, hinders the effectiveness of the medication or something. But I
think
am
it's just continuing to elevate your heart rate and blocking your body's natural response to
possibly,
fatigue.
or it's just, for me, it's a dopamine thing. I want to keep feeling more and more and more.
Same.
And so I'll be on set to shoot something, and I'll be like, I need another Celsius. Because I need to stay excited and stuff and in the zone, when I could probably just do that without it if I just tried.
Yeah.
But Nah, I don't want to do that.
It's kind of like if you track the history of the need for caffeine, like to say the Industrial Revolution, and then in the Enlightenment, people being like, hey, let's think through these big problems, and caffeine's giving me the energy to do it. You fast forward all the way to now, we're in like the most stimulated environment that a human has ever been in the history of humanity. And also like people continue to have less and less work-life balance. There tends to be more and more economic pressures on people. And so it's just like, what can I consume right now to make me feel better about all that? And then you see this just brightly colored can, raspberry cream ghost with Carnipure carnitine.
God, there's cream
So I know
in it?
you're worried about the carnipurity of your carnitine that you're consuming.
Carnitine, y'all just making stuff up. I'm gonna make one up today.
Carnitine, I want a carne asada teeny.
Plumeride. Get you
Sorry, what did you make up?
Plumeride.
And now what does Plumeride do?
Well, it's an extract from the plum.
Oh, indeed. Well, I actually remember reading something about this, about the plum extract, but tell the people because they need to know.
So, if you need to move your bowels along,
Yes.
everybody knows prunes are good. But like, what if you need everything?
Yeah, and
to
prune
move
is French
faster?
for plum.
It's so where you are gonna be so energized and focused, you will be crapping yourself the whole time. But
well, here, if you actually look, if you look at the Romans, right, like in the Colosseum, everybody knows about like the vomitorium in there. But what actually like a Roman soldier would do is he would crap his pants before going into battle. And there are rumors I did read that they were eating these plums that naturally grow wild, and that's where Plumeride, and that's where Plumeride comes in.
Yes,
yes,
that sounded real.
Yeah, Marcus Aurelius drank Plumeride every day and write meditations while shitting his pants. And that's what we believe. Buy Josh and Emily's new Plumeride-filled energy drink.
Yeah, you'll be unfilled after getting filled.
I think the perfect
Plumeride.
example of all this here is this.
Okay, we got a Starbucks.
It just tastes like all the other things.
Let me try.
It's just fizzy and has fake sugar and citric acid in it, and it's brightly colored and reflective. But Starbucks, I don't know if you know this.
Like it.
Starbucks used to make something called coffee. I just sound like every hack old man comedian now.
But they also used to have these refreshers or whatever in cans.
Yeah. This is the new...
I don't like it. It doesn't taste like the one that I used to get. It was like when I worked in retail. I worked in retail for a long time in New York. And you got to make commissions. So you got to be like at the front, getting everybody. Like it is... And I would drink those refreshers all day.
Yeah.
And... they tasted amazing, and then they stopped making them. I don't know what they did, The
whole they tasted amazing thing, I think, is actually a really key part to this.
This doesn't taste amazing.
Caffeine in nature exists as a defense mechanism for plants.
It tastes like those lollipops that my grandmother had at the bottom of her purse that were sugar-free, and they had dust on them.
Yeah. Grandmas love dusty candy in their purse.
I mean, but it was like inside the plastic, it was dusty. Why? That's what this tastes like. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Even if this is not calibrated to your own taste, the fact that there is this balance of like sweetness and citric acid, and fizziness, they're all things that are meant to engage you.
Yes.
Versus if you wanted to drink, let's say 12 ounces of straight espresso, you could do it. It would be a slog. It would be a lot.
Yeah, it'd be work.
You know what I mean? It would be work because that's how it's sort of meant to taste in nature. We're sort of like defying God's will by taking coffee, something that naturally existed through a lot of human ingenuity to spread around. But we're taking that and we're taking the drug in it that people like and just putting it into these brightly colored cans that are, filled with artificial tropical peach flavors and stuff like that, which I think makes it dangerous for like kids, right?
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
got
don't
a 13-year-old?
But we were drinking Coca-Colas when we were kids.
But Coca-Cola had like 34 milligrams of caffeine.
But we were
in a
drinking them
can.
with every meal. That's the thing. It was all day
You would need
long.
to drink 9 cans of Coca-Cola to equal 1 Bang energy drink.
Well, we didn't even do the cans. We had those giant
liters?
pizza party, big old. How many liters is that? The big ones, the Coke thing.
I don't know if Coke made 3 liters. The generic store brand sodas are
RC
3
Cola.
liters. Yeah.
Love that stuff. RC Cola has a 0 sugar version now, and it's at my grocery store, and I get it all the time. It's pretty good.
RC Cola, God bless them for hanging in there. The fact that they're still able to compete with Coke and Pepsi.
When I played softball as a kid, and you had the concessions.
Yeah,
They didn't have Coke. They had RC Cola, and they had Warheads lollipops with the gum inside. There is nothing better than an RC Cola and a Warheads lollipop. I'm telling you right now. Amazing. That'll make you feel alive. I mean, Warheads, it's like why are we eating that? It's probably to make us
stimulation.
It's stimulation for sure. Maybe
Similarly, like sour is your body sort of recognizing
and spicy.
Poison. You know, spicy. Yeah.
That's why we're
thing.
all like.
We're all so stimulated all the time.
Like it's fiendish for like blowing our mouth up with stuff. Like,
No, it really
crazy.
is. And also, like, these companies to compete have to keep innovating. This is really interesting. This is the original design of the Celsius can.
I like that.
So the original design, it looks like a fat burner supplement, right?
It does.
Because that's what it was supposed to be.
I really like that kind of ombre color effect at the top. That's kind of what I do with Flem Gems. I'm going to take that color
do
grade.
it. But, like, look at this design versus the new design of their like retro vibe. One is a lot more vibey, one looks a lot more sciencey.
Yes.
You know, so now they're like trying to tap into a form of culture where it's like you want to sort of be seen drinking this.
Yeah, whoever
in a certain
designs
regard.
the stuff for Celsius, it's my favorite. Like it's very clean and white, but then the fruit looks cool. And then the black top of the can, I think, is super
It's
cool.
a very attractive
All these
aesthetic
other ones
can.
don't look as cool
But
as
they're
Celsius.
all trying to attract a certain market, right? Like Monster. I remember going to like Howie's Game Shack gaming cafes and just drinking Monsters because this looks like what a 13-year-old boy who's playing Battlefield 2 would want to drink. It looks like an Ed Hardy
still looks
shirt.
like a armband tattoo from somebody from Nickelback.
Oh, it 100% does.
Like, what do you call those?
What do you think
like,
we were listening to in my buddy Anthony's mom's car on the way to Howie's Game Shack?
Do you know what I was listening to?
This is how
I have a cleaning soundtrack and the Nickelback song from the Spider-Man soundtrack, Hero. It's so good.
Nickelback does great
anyone
work.
says. It's
Nickelback
so
does great
good.
work.
We're gonna plow through these, right?
Do it. Because there's a couple new ones here. Like Ghost, I remember. So Ghost makes weightlifting
Alani.
supplements. They make protein and pre-workout and all that stuff.
Let me do
which is interesting because dietary supplements are legislated different than food and beverage. They basically get a lot more leeway. But now energy drinks are walking a weird line of like, is this a drug or is this a food? Yeah. Drink it.
It smells weird. I don't like it. It's the creamy thing. You said there's creamy in this.
Yeah. It's creamy raspberry.
Oh, no.
Let me try it. Raspberry
God,
cream. See what it looks like. Perfectly clear. Love that.
No.
That's
No.
something, dude. That smells awesome.
God.
Oh, wait. This is taking it.
No.
So, no. This is interesting because this is probably the newest energy drink here, except maybe is this Alani new. But this is so much sweeter and so much more acidic
It's
than
Ghost?
every other energy drink here. And so, yeah, this is Ghost.
Yeah, it tastes like a bowl of vanilla ice cream that someone
this is
took
crazy.
a Lip Smackers chapstick and they cut it and then put it in there and smashed it in. That's what it tastes like
This
to me.
this is really fascinating. Like truly, the levels of citric acid on there are like, wow. But God, it is so engaging to the palate.
I feel
That's
alive.
crazy. So you're now sort of in this like arms race where every energy drink company has to compete to make theirs tastier than the last, and they can't make it taste better. But what they can do is they can make it taste more.
Oh, that's
And
interesting.
being that caffeine is naturally bitter, they do obscure the bitterness of the caffeine by adding more sour and a lot more fig sugar.
I'm going to try this Alani thing, and I'm starting to feel really jazzed.
You ever have a
And-
Go Girl energy?
A
It's an
Go-Girl?
energy drink, but for chicks.
Is that what it says?
No, this has similar branding to Go Girl energy. It's the pink can.
Yeah, I'm very susceptible to that. If you market it
I get it.
to me, I will buy it, and that's bad.
Rockstar once had a lady Rockstar that had a pink can, and it actually had a straw that was attached to it, so that way you could not mess up your lipstick.
I kind of love that. You know that what's his face? You know he did the Godfather movies.
Marlon Brando?
No,
Francis Ford Coppola?
there it is. He had a little Sophia champagne that he made, and they were cans after Sophia Coppola, his daughter, and it was little cans of champagnes, and they had straws that came with it. And boy, I loved it. I loved it. But okay, so real fast, this is delicious. The Alani one.
Yeah?
I like
Let me
it.
try it. The marketing works. Mm-hmm. Do you remember these pink Rockstar cans?
No, I don't, but I want it
Got a little
immediately.
straw in it, man.
That looks like the soul of Avril Lavigne is like stuck in that can.
Oh, this Alani new. What pink slush? It's just pink
it's
slush
nice.
flavored.
I like it a lot.
How much caffeine? I think these are 200
200, it
milligrams,
says
200
on the
milligrams
back.
per.
So-
I love that they have big labeling on it. I do love that. Sometimes they obscure it. So if we're talking about like our energy drinks actually bad for you, are we drinking too many of them? like a lot of things in life, it is so new that we don't have a lot of really good data to back it up. What we do have data on is, incidentally, more kids end up in the hospital with arrhythmic events or gastrointestinal distress drinking energy drinks than they do coffee. I think there is something about the fact that not everything that comes from the earth is good for you, but the fact that coffee tastes as bitter as it does. I know a lot of people add a lot of cream and sugar to it, whatever, but I think that literally is a natural stopgap in getting you to not just drink 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think there's something reasonable about that. I think we're sort of rewiring codes and reward systems when we have energy drinks like this.
I'm like the coffee of people.
It's naturally a little bitter.
No, and also like sorry, I just had a stroke. Yeah, you find a natural stopping point at some point. But I do want to say this. I just had the Monster juice, and it's like a apple juice type thing.
Got a sexy lady.
Good.
Got a sexy lady on it.
And
What's she doing?
While we're about to wrap up, I gotta get this out here. Now that I'm all jacked up on caffeine, I have a business proposition for you, Josh.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Okay. We were talking about you. You were talking about the gamer place that you go to.
Yeah, Game Shack.
And I makes me think about Dave and Buster's. I want to open a gym that is all of the games that you would play at Dave and Buster's, like a whole Dance Dance Revolution room. Just so you get a membership, and then you just do that, and then the basketball thing where the thing moves back and forth, and then the thing where it's like all of the circles and they light up, and you have to punch them all. It's a grid of circles, like that. What do you think? I think that would make people work out more than anything else. You
just kind of want to open a sweatier Dave and Buster's.
Yes, I mean it would be a lot of cleaning.
Especially
and
the locker room.
And there'll probably be like really annoying maintenance guys who have to come in. They're like, "Oh, this is the model from 2006."
I'm in.
And all right, let's do it. What should we call it? Plumeride.
Plumeride.
Join us at Plumeride.
You know that quiet holiday moment? Maybe you've got warm socks on, lights twinkling, a mug of hot chocolate in hand. That's my favorite time for a little me time. And this year I've been using it to learn a new language with Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone has been the trusted leader in language learning for over 30 years. Their immersive method really works. You don't memorize random vocabulary lists or feel lost. Instead, you start with words, build to phrases, and before you know it, you're thinking and speaking naturally in your new language. True Accent even gives real-time feedback on your pronunciation, so you actually sound like you know what you're saying. Imagine that. I love how easy it is to fit lessons into my day, whether it's 5 minutes while the coffee brews or a longer session on the weekend, and honestly, this is just such a good non-clutter gift. No shipping, no wrapping, just a thoughtful way to help someone start something new. It's perfect for that person who says they want experiences, not things. So don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. A Hot Dog is a Sandwich listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life, or por vida en español. Nailed it. Visit rosettastone.com/hotdog to get started and claim your 50% off today. Give a gift that keeps giving. Go to rosettastone.com/hotdog and start learning today. All right, Emily.
Okay.
We've heard what you and I have to say.
We're back, but with headphones.
Now it's time for a little segment we call Opinions Are Like Casseroles.
Bam, 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 bam.
Bam, bam, bam. So that's all. Cheese and rice. God dang, I drank too much goddamn energy drinks. I'm spilling the goddamn energy drinks. Son of a biscuit. Well, that happens.
Oh no, it's the ghost one that you spilled. Too bad.
I know, that's valuable. That's at least 30 milligrams of caffeine that have been spilled on our table now.
I hope that you don't want to get sponsorships from the ones that listen, Ghost, I'm not on this show ever. So, don't penalize Josh for this.
Oh, God. You ready to hear some people's opinions?
I would love to.
Let's go to the people.
Greetings and salutations.
You too, brother.
Calling today was a great appetizer for the hot dog nation. So what you're going to do is get yourself a box of Totino's pizza rolls.
Okay.
Don't matter if it's cheese. Don't matter if it's pepperoni. You're going to air fry them to the point where they almost burst their bellies, but not quite. You take them out. You toss them in some buffalo sauce or some hot sauce or some barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
Sprinkle on some of that Tony Chachere's seasoning. Put them back in just for a minute. Warm it back up. Get a little glaze on them. Take them out, and go to hog heaven.
I'd get some Parmesan cheese
yeah.
on that too. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I would put some Parmesan cheese on that though, and put it on a baking sheet, and then
Yeah.
that'd be. It's kind of like a toasted ravioli almost.
It really is. What I love is one, the way you say Totinos. I love where you put the emphasis on the syllables there. But two, the idea of taking a pre-made product that's already like quite hyper seasoned and then reglazing it in something smart. I call this the Chili'sification of food, because what Chili's has done recently is we didn't know we had the technology or the moral turpitude to do this, but Chili's decided that you could fry a brick of mozzarella cheese and then take that and toss it in a sauce like a boneless wing.
Yeah.
And so you can now get Nashville hot mozzarella
Which
sticks.
we did stuff about this.
Yeah, we made our own.
fancy
God,
fast
do you remember
food.
how freaking good that was?
It was amazing.
Oh my God.
Those egg rolls, like, oh my God. But yeah, everything tasted insane.
Man,
That's definitely, I think that goes up there in the episodes for me of how good the food.
that was some of the best food.
Yes.
And very spiritually similar to these. I like the idea of barbecue sauce glazing, because then you get like sort of an extra.
I don't know if I could do that, but it does sound like.
The sugars caramelize a little bit.
Yeah, I think the buffalo sauce sounds good, but I guess that's a little drier than a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, the barbecue sauce has some sugar that gives you that stickiness,
Yeah,
that tackiness. But
Yeah.
man, because I'll tell you what, normal Totino's pizza rolls, they don't really do it for me anymore. I feel like when I was a kid, they were
Yeah.
more exciting, and now I'm like, if I've kind of been there, done that, this is a way to spice up the relationship.
Hell yes.
I love it, brother.
Thank you so much for that. I'm going to do that for a party or something. We got more?
Hey, Josh and Nicole, Wyatt here. Just listening to you guys talk about Carl's Jr. and the fact that I now live in like southern central Pennsylvania and there's no Carl's Jr., no Jollibee, no Jim Boys.
Oh,
It really makes you miss some fast food.
Aw.
What are other fast foods that you think your life would just be a little bit less beautiful without?
oh, that's an interesting question.
Mine's Jim Boys.
What is
I don't know
never
Jim
heard of
Boys. I don't know what that is.
It's the boys.
I'm a little bummed.
Anyway, have a great rest of the pod.
Thank you. You didn't say hi to me, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Hey, Nicole, miss you. But yeah, I think that in Nashville, the thing that I miss most is Crystal. We used to have Crystals,
I've never been to one.
and I like the other one. What is it? The night one? Castle. White Castle.
White Castle?
I don't even know the name of it. I don't care about it so much. But the Crystal Chicks, the Crystal Spicy Chicks, they were little fried chicken sandwiches that I would get after volleyball practice. That was because they were little, and you could just pound a bunch of them, and it was like something about the way it was breaded or whatever, and then you got a little bit of mayo and one pickle on each
Yeah.
of those, and it was like, oh, there was no better reward after working out, and then it went away, and I'm so sad. It does still exist in certain places, and recently I saw they had social media. My mouth just got so wet. Did you hear that? There was social media for it. I think there's a TikTok, and Ray J, or was it Cisco? It was Cisco or Ray J are doing like ads for them, and I was like, all right, so they're trying to stay in the game.
Cisco's from Maryland. I know that.
Yeah, well, I don't know where they still have them, but God, I miss Crystal.
Man, so
Missed it.
Jim Boys, I have never heard of it. Jim Boys Tacos, they're like a kind of mid-sized chain. Looks like they have probably like 30 or 40 locations up in like north central California.
Okay.
So it looks like they're all centered around, is this Fresno? Yeah, around Sacramento area. Crazy. And then there's a couple in Nevada, but none in SoCal. I think I'm taking like a California road trip this winter because this is going to be really exciting. But I want to check out Jim Boys. That's
Yeah.
fun. For me, In-N-Out always has my heart because I have so many childhood memories associated with it. You win a basketball game, someone drives you through it. The
Yeah,
In-N-Out
a lot
drive-thru.
of after sports stuff is when you
Yeah.
would get fast food.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't a regular thing for my family, I feel like.
No, generally
But-
not. Well, I mean, if my dad was like working late, my dad used to like drive a limo late at night. He'd like work as a substitute teacher, and then he would like drive a limo to make supplemental cash.
What the? Just when I think I know everything about you, there's something else you pull out.
Yeah, and then like I had a neighbor who worked for. I have a lot of fond memories of this. I had a neighbor who worked for Jack in the Box. Her name was Blanca, and Blanca would just like, if she knew my dad was out driving late at night,
Get you some Jack in the Box.
she would like come home from her Jack in the Box shift, and she would just drop off like
That's
giant
so
sacks of Jack in the
nice.
Box to me and my brother.
We didn't
it
have
was
Jack
really
in the
sweet.
Box in Nashville. That's not.
It's a very
something that we
Southern
had.
California. Yeah,
But-
started in San Diego.
It is amazing. It
Yeah,
is the most. It's the Cheesecake Factory of fast food.
It's
it's just the
and they've
craziest
cut
menu.
down. They've cut down their like They got rid of their teriyaki bowl, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good call.
The chicken fajita pita was incredible.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We had a Mr. Gaddy's.
Mr.
Gaddy's. It's not fast, I wouldn't say, but it was a pizza place.
Yeah.
And I guess they came from Louisville, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. And there's a Mr. Gaddy's. There's usually like an arcade in them.
Yeah.
And there's one in Louisville, Kentucky that has like a huge like arcade, and I guess not a Ferris wheel, or what's the one where
merry-go-round carousel?
Yeah, carousel in there. And I'm like, God, I've got to go to that before they all disappear.
Yeah.
So if you got a Mr. Gaddy's, you got to comment the chocolate pizza.
My favorite local fast food is called The Habit. The Habit Burger Grill.
Yeah, that was
They've been
something
expanding a lot lately, but they were just from Santa Barbara originally. I think they just still make one of the best
Is it
fast
just
food burgers.
burgers, or is there other stuff?
No, they're trying to be more like upscale fast casual, so they'll have like chicken salads and they have
Yeah, boy, those fast food salads. Blech.
But, yeah.
I ate the Wendy's ones when they came out. I was really
from
into
their
those.
Frescata menu.
Yeah, we did that, but I mean, nothing beats from Wendy's just the bacon.
Yeah,
Baconator.
man.
It's
Wow.
so good. I'm hungry, Josh.
Nostalgia.
I'm all energized, and now I want to eat.
Hey, Josh and Nicole.
I keep calling you Nicole.
Guest.
I know.
My name is Greg, calling from Philadelphia. Just want to
Go
know
Birds!
which
This
chain
guy needs an energy drink.
has the best fish sandwich, and why the fish sandwich doesn't get as much love as the chicken sandwich.
I mean,
Thanks.
because it's fish, my dog. Sorry, I'm giving this guy a hard time. Because I'm all jacked up on energy
That's
drinking.
like a good question though. Like why isn't fish nearly as popular as chicken, I guess? Do you think it's like distrust in the idea of fast food fish?
I think that it's not as fun to chew.
I think fish
in a
is
sandwich.
I think
it just,
fish
like,
is way funner
falls
to chew.
apart in your mouth.
I love
kinda.
that about it though.
But I like chicken because I like the elasticity and the chewy. I like the
Yeah.
experience of masticating chicken,
That's a good point.
as opposed to like fish feels like something you put on a salad or something.
Yeah, no one's putting like a mahi-mahi or a swordfish in a fast food sandwich. You really got to sink your
Damn,
teeth
I
into.
love swordfish. I had that like once, and
I love a flaky
holy,
fish. I
it's
love
so good.
a flaky fish, and I love a fast food fish sandwich. To me, the best one was, Popeyes had a Nashville hot flounder sandwich.
Whoa.
That was awesome. But like Carl's Jr., they did a collab with I think Red Hook IPA and did a Red Hook IPA battered fish sandwich. That was awesome. Arby's deceptively had.
You know what's funny
maybe
is
the best
I
fish sandwich.
wrote and pitched the episode for GMM about fried fish sandwiches.
Really?
Because it was during Easter or whatever, when it's like on Good Friday, on Fridays you have fish sandwiches. So it was like those are kind of limited things. Not all those fast food places have it year round, like McDonald's does supposedly, but then there's a lot of places that would only have it around that time period. So we managed to, I think I pitched it one year, and then they were like, it's past Easter.
Ah, man.
And now, so we had to wait another year. But yeah, they're pretty good.
Popeyes flounder fish sandwich, I think it was the best of all time.
I think the worst thing you can do, though, is put too much of that like sauce on it.
Just
What's
too
that
much hot
called?
mayonnaise, a tartar sauce.
The tartar sauce. Putting too
Yeah.
much tartar sauce on there is, kiss of death.
The Filet-O-Fish is, like, I have a soft spot in my heart for a Filet-O-Fish. I will say it's the one fast food item where you can really tell if they're changing out the oil. You get
Yeah.
a dirty oil Filet-O-Fish, man, that'll ruin your day. You got a clean oil Filet-O-Fish?
This
Dave's made.
Popeyes one that we're looking at, the flounder, oh my God, that
I was a
looks
big fan.
amazing.
I think it was after Popeyes had introduced their new buns for the chicken sandwich.
yeah.
It was like during the height of that craze, and it came out with this flounder sandwich. Love a fast food fish. Love
okay.
it.
Well, I'm kind of,
just
I'm
starving
swayed.
now.
Now I'm swayed.
Let's go get some, dude. Let's franchise a Long John Silver's. I think there's only one left
Well, yeah,
in LA.
and then we can get the gym in the back. You go, you eat the fish sandwich, and then you go barf on a Dance Dance Revolution.
I'm in. This is a handshake agreement. And with that, we're officially business partners. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hot Dog is a Sandwich. We got new episodes, all the time.
All the time.
Every week.
Plumeride merch coming soon.
Plumeride merch coming soon. We got audio episodes on Wednesday, video episodes coming out on Sunday. Emily, now you tell them what number they can call to leave a voice message.
All right. If you want to call in for opinions or like casseroles, please dial 833-DOG-POD-1.
If you want to see more of my face, just like walk around local public parks. I like to shoot hoops there sometimes.
No,
I'll
I
be
was at a
around.
bar yesterday, and people recognize me, and they told
Hey.
me they see you at Ralph's a lot.
Oh, that adds up. I love being at Ralph's. I love shopping around. I'm a real grocery head out here in the sheets and the streets. Follow us on YouTube, Mythical Kitchen. See y'all next time.
Check out the latest episode of Last Meals with Mythical Chef Josh over on the Mythical Kitchen. Plus, get your hands on a Last Meals apron and pin at mythical.com.